Hey everybody, it's Dan Sims with Success by Day again. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something, again, from this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I know I've been talking a lot about this book, specifically lately. I have a couple of videos, but there are just so many good points in this book that I feel like I need to touch upon. In the chapter, The Subconscious Mind, Napoleon Hill talks about the 7 major negative emotions to be avoided. Fear, jealousy, hatred, revenge, greed, superstition, and anger. He says positive and negative emotions cannot occupy the mind at the same time. One or the other must dominate. It is your responsibility to make sure that positive emotions constitute the dominating influence of your mind. Here, the law of habit will come to your aid. Form the habit of applying and using positive emotions. Eventually, they will dominate your mind so completely that the negatives cannot enter it. This kind of positivity filibustering is a technique that I just came up with that term. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. It's a technique that I used about 2 years ago when I took on my last full-time job, and the first 2 months were exciting for me. I was learning something new, but after that, there wasn't really anything new to learn. I had met all of the people, I had learned all of the duties that I had to fulfill, and I felt like I was stagnant. And that's when I began hating everything. I hated my job. I hated dialing the fax numbers in the morning. I hated when someone called me. Everything pissed me off. That's a terrible, terrible way to live and to work. And what I did was every single time a negative emotion began to consume me, so angry that the telephone was ringing, I would think of something positive related to that thing to think instead. And that it's exactly how Napoleon Hill says it is. If you consume your mind with positive emotions, the negative ones just can't find a way in. And the important thing to remember is that everything in life has a positive and negative side to it. And it's your choice to choose which one you focus on. Obviously, the positive is better. Occasionally, the negative is better. But more often than not, the positive emotion is better for you, for your life, for your happiness, and for your well-being. So in my case, when that phone rang, instead of cursing the person on the other side and thinking, great, now I have to take another phone call, I have to listen to someone else, another customer complain about something that I did or something someone else did, I would be thankful. I would think, this is good. Someone is calling me, which means we have work to do, which means I'm going to maintain my job. And it may sound silly, but that really, really changed my mindset, and it changed my life, really, because not only did everything in the workplace get better, everything I was thankful for. When I had extra work to do, when I was offered overtime, I could earn more money. Not only did everything in the workplace change for me, but my entire life changed because I got into the habit of occupying my mind with positive emotions. When those positive emotions are in there, the negative ones can't coexist. So I started looking at everything in my life. I started looking for the positive and looking for the negative. As soon as something happened, I would step back. And this is just in the beginning. Eventually it became a habit, like Napoleon Hill says, and I didn't have to think about it so much. But when something first happened, I would step back and think, what's the positive? What's the negative? And which am I going to focus on? And 99% of the time I focused on the positive because it just made me a happier person. And it improved literally every area of my life. So that's your Success by Day for today. I hope that was helpful. I will leave a link in the description to this book as usual, and I will see you next time.